name is Sharon Hinton, and I'm the founder of Black Teachers Matter. I'm a black educator. I have a lawsuit against the Brooke Charter School because as a black student, as a black parent, as a black teacher, I did no longer want to sit up in the class when there's a white teacher telling African American students that they were African Americans that are okay with slavery. Hell no. That the wealth of the Europeans in America was not because of slavery. That's the wrong answer. So I had to make a decision. I had to go incognito. I was wearing makeup and a wig and the whole thing, just trying to get a job because I have a high school senior who's in a charter school. There is a march Wednesday at 10 o'clock that is standing against having the charter school cap lifted and $50 million cut from the Boston Public Schools. The charter schools are taking money out of the Boston Public Schools, and since 1954, when they told us that integration was the best thing to do, black teachers, educators, headmasters, administrators have been pushed out of the system, and the charter schools are taking over taking over all the public schools. And New Orleans is the first school system. They used Hurricane Katrina to push out all the black teachers, and they're doing that in Boston. So if you are a parent, I'm a parent, and I was teaching 8th grade ELA and English at a charter school, and they had books in the library, boys going with boys, girls going with girls, and one of the lead teachers was a white female lesbian who was talking about her white wife and parading her kids around it. So they're normalizing it, and up until this last guy, Tommy Chang, the principal McDonough, the superintendent McDonough was a homosexual and he was undercover. So I'm saying to black parents, you need to stand up, know what they're teaching your kid, and refuse, I don't know what that sister is sitting right next to me, you refuse to have a homosexual as a teacher of your child. You become involved in the city council, in the school site council, in the parent council, because they will testify against you, and they will get you pushed out. And so, you know, my question to you is twofold. I am starting something that was a typographical center. Some of you OGs in Boston, you know we had an after-school program that was Afrocentric. I'm an educator. I pulled together the social workers, the teachers that are math and science. I teach ELA. We're teaching language. We're getting black. I'm unapologetically black. I don't want no white kids. I don't want no white kids. That's right. So my question is there an arm that you guys are doing with Straight Black Pride that the teachers and the educators can plug into, because we have to deprogram our kids and retrain our kids? How do we plug into you?
Give it up for our Queen Mother, Sharon.
Ashe.
Listen, this is my job. When the elders, especially the elders, the sisters, come to me, and let me say this, especially to the young brothers, and that when you get older, you ain't got to lose this fight. And all respect to the elders. All respect to the elders. And when you start to feed into this, if it's old, it's whack. If it's old, we don't want to deal with it. Listen, you better keep the elders close, because they're going to feed you that steady knowledge that you can't get nowhere else. Sharon Hinton, you can't get this nowhere else. Donna Cox, you can't get this nowhere else. You better keep it close. Look, I can't control that. So listen, keep that fire. Keep that fire. Did you want to build on that, sister, or is it a separate question? Because I want Brother Jimmy to answer that.
Yeah, let me answer.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. Because again, it's all chapter based. If we have a chapter here, the people say we want a straight black pride when we started. With a person like you, it's easy, because then we say, okay, because whenever you're starting something like this, you got to have tangible, practical things. If we have people that want their children to be somewhere and want to remove them from this system, we have teachers that are ready to teach them. We put together the numbers, see who we can facilitate, some retired teachers, people that believe in the movement. We put them together, and then we help you get your school. And then the chapter is used. The reason we meet is to help build and educate our own children. We use the resources to help the people like yourself so that you can not only sue them on that end, but after suing them, we want to have alternatives for the brothers and sisters to bring them in there. So not only are we stopping them from pushing madness on our children that's in their system, but we bring a lot of the children to our system. Yes.
Okay, my brother Fernell, Donna Cox, and then we done. Okay, cool? Peace, brother. Ashe, to all the ancestors. I want to just start by saying that. I wanted to share two experiences that happened to me this week, and it'll lead to my question. So I work with children. I'm a program coordinator for a nonprofit organization called YPP. We do math literacy with our black and brown kids in the Boston Public School. So I was helping a kid
probably about 9 years old, who's he's about like 3 grades back in his literacy. And I'm just helping him do some math problems and look at math different ways. And this little boy says, "I'm gay." Now, obviously, he hasn't reached sexual maturation to even understand what that means. His little brother was standing next to him. He's like, "Oh, I know what that means. That's like a person who kisses their sister, right?" So, you know what I'm saying? I see what's happening in front of my face. You know what I mean? So, the media is one thing. And the second thing I'm saying is, I was on Facebook talking to some brothers, and they were talking about, like you said earlier, about Malcolm X and how people are trying to have this revisionist history. And they were putting up the ancient Egyptians were gay. They were gay. They propped up some two pictures of 2 twin brothers, which the canoe. So I already knew the history, and I'm like, "Yo, brother, what are you showing me? I already know, you know, I already know how they condition you to think that's homosexuality. Those are 2 twin brothers." And, you know, I'm trying to break it down to them, you know, but they don't see it. So what I see too, even more so than the media, is academia. You know what I mean? And how are we supposed to combat that? And the curriculums that are given to our kids, because that's really where the true indoctrination starts, with the education. So they're indoctrinating our kids to believe like historical fallacies and all things, and trying to make this seem like it's a natural progression in humanity.
All right, let me just say this: it's not either or. It's not the education is more so than the media. No, they're using media, education, science, chemical, so all of these things are happening at the same time. To his point, the educational system is critical. That's why we did Black Exodus, because unless you got brothers like that in the classroom who walk on eggshells, because in order for him to keep his job, he has to be able to say things in a certain way. So this is what we're doing. Again, why does the straight Black Pride movement exist? Because this is the problem. And walk with me through this. When you try to bring a room full of black people together, if we mention religion, notice we didn't mention nothing about religion. You know why? The minute we mention religion, all of these brothers and sisters in here who agree, all of a sudden we want to fight each other. So, straight Black Pride movement, look, you can be whatever religion you want. You come in the door with your religion, you go home with it. We're not talking about nobody's religion. Show us how much you believe in the Creator by doing something to help our race. So, no discussion of religion. But the idea is this. This is what we have to do in order to fix the problems that we're talking about. First, we have to create the organized groups in these cities. Then this is what happens. Look at this room full of people. I just want y'all to look. Look at the people in this room. Do you think there's any force they got in any city? If all of us, we got a police officer brother right there. We got some giants, I don't know where they got these brothers. I just go. We got all these beautiful sisters and brothers and families. Do you really think if we were on one accord, young brothers standing up strong, not afraid, if we would want elders ready to teach, if we were actually to put the differences aside, all the confusion and the spaceships and the weirdo stuff, and say, look, we're going to build some healthy families. There's nobody that can stop us. So what happens is this. Right now, the reason we don't have the resources to fight this is because our race is being led by cowards and homosexuals. Homosexuals and cowards, which if you're going to be a coward, when manhood is being destroyed, you might as well be gay anyway. So, no one will take a position. Once we have enough of these centers around the country and around the world, they don't have to be big. And we're working in unison, look at the room. Then we start marching. What happens is the brothers and sisters that got money, now they really want to help. They can come in a room like this and say, man, these people are together. They all got the same shirts, the same mentality. They not arguing over religion or politics. They saying, we black, we straight, we black and we proud, and we're not negotiating with you. We're going to do things our way. When we do that, then we can start being a place where people who have resources not only can give money, but if people have skills. If you're a brother that's a plumber, you would love to work with young brothers. Where can you get heterosexual young brothers with parents that are responsible, that'll let you train them and teach them in a cooperative environment on a regular basis and have consistency? We don't have that. Let's create it, we can win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.